After being punched in the face by a now former teammate. So we want to dig deeper into all of this and bring in sports psychologist Dr. Leah Lagos and also sports editor for the Daily National, Mike Bako. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Mike, I'll start with you. Have you ever heard of anything as stupid and ridiculous happening in the locker room as this? I mean, you have the quarterback, the whole team is resting on GenoSmith and break his jaw? What?
Not only have I not heard about it, I have not even contemplated an idea of what locker room this could happen in besides the Jets locker room. No way this happens with New England. Can you imagine someone getting within 2 feet of Tom Brady before 5 offensive linemen stomp on this guy? You know, it's you look at Geno, you look at his leadership qualities. These are some of the things that probably are going to be thrown into question now just based on the fact of how this was allowed to happen in a locker room with a new head coach who's trying to instill a new environment and a new attitude with the team. This is not a good way to get off for head coach Todd Bowles.
Yeah, and again, you were saying even before the segment, leadership quality is in doubt for GenoSmith. If this is happening, right?
Absolutely. We have some emotional regulation issues on two sides, both with the guy who punched him as well as GenoSmith. But it's not just a two-person problem. It's a team dynamic. No one, as Mike was pointing out, stepped in. They stood by and they watched.
Yeah, and then afterward, they didn't, jump on the guy either.
You would figure this guy would be in the hospital. The other thing that's very disturbing and troubling in a sense in terms of what Leah was saying about team leadership with Geno is Darrelle Revis, star player, free agent coming back home with the Jets, actually quoted afterwards saying, "I assign blame 50-50 on this." How can your star player, your main face of the organization, he's really the face, not so much GenoSmith, saying that it's 50-50. Either there's something more going on here in this story, which none of the reporting coming out has indicated that, or that shows an even higher degree of lack of respect for GenoSmith coming from Revis.
Tell me this, how much trouble is this franchise in now?
You would expect this to almost happen under the Rex Ryan regime. It was an outlaw regime where anything went with Rex on the field and probably in the locker room. But there was also that idea probably in the back of everyone's mind of saying, if I even get close, Rex is going to have me out the door before I even do anything. So
but we got Ryan Fitzpatrick now, going to be the QB for the first couple games. You're saying he's kind of his backup is a guy that's just starting in the league. It just seems like trouble.
This seems like trouble for the Jets. You wanted Geno to get his reps in under this new head coach. They were going to give him a fair shake, wipe the slate clean. He was having a pretty decent training camp so far, but now it's Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's a steady veteran, but he's a veteran. He's bounced around from team to team to team. Not much in the way of excitement for Jets fans.
The Jets do have a possibility to turn things around and use this as an opportunity in two special ways.
Oh, wow. You are glass half full, aren't you, over there, Leah?
Hey, we have to always look at the opportunities to learn and grow, right?
Yeah.
And one is this highlights a need for emotional regulation training with at least 2 players on the team, how to deal with being overwhelmed or pressure kind of situations. If it's happening off the field, how are we going to handle it on the field? And the second is creating a systematic policy for managing violence on the team. What happens again? There's going to be some other type of violence on the team. And what is the team policy for handling it?
I love your optimism. Mike does not sound as optimistic. Not hearing nearly as much out there from a lot of gangrene fans. So we'll see what happens, but this is unbelievable. Guys, thank you so much.
Typical Jets.
All right, Tuki, over to you.
All right, thank you. It is 7:19. 3 teenage girls lured by an online predator, and they all agreed to meet the strange